Greetings to you all. President Mnangagwa is in a catch-22 situation over whether to implement the recommendations of the Mothale Commission of Inquiry into the August 1st post-election violence, which argued him to engage opposition MDC leader Nelson Chamisa to move the country forward. Reported Newsday. Zimbabwe is in this economic mess of serious economic meltdown because it is in a political paralysis. ZANU-PF has ruthlessly imposed itself on the nation as the only party to govern the country, regardless of the party's performance. Yes, Mnangagwa is caught in a catch-22 situation, but one a lot more subtle than having a dialogue with Chamisa. He rigged the elections to retain his stranglehold on power, for absolute power's sake, but also to make sure he and his fellow ZANU-PF thugs are never held to account for all their past misdeeds of looting, rigging elections, staging coups, and mass murders. By rigging the elections, ZANU-PF was assured of the party's iron grip on power, but it also forfeited the people's democratic mandate, making it an illegitimate regime. And, most significantly, by rigging the elections, Mnangagwa has also confirmed that Zimbabwe is still a pariah state ruled by corrupt and vote-rigging thugs. As we've already known from Mugabe's years, no investors, foreign or local, likes to do business in a pariah state. It is too risky. The failure to attract investment is the root cause of the country's worsening economic meltdown. Inviting Chamisa and his MDC alliance into the present government will not change the fundamental character of the regime. It will still be an illegitimate regime in power on the back of rigged elections. Investors are a shrewd lot. They will not be easily fooled by such cosmetic change as adding Chamisa and a few other MDC alliance members to the cabinet. They will continue to shy away from investing in Zimbabwe. Chamisa has promised economic recovery if Mnangagwa agrees to a GNU. This is one promise he will not be able to keep. So Mnangagwa was damned if he did not rig the elections, and so he did rig the elections. And having rigged the elections, now he is damned for it by virtue of the worsening economic meltdown. As for us, the ordinary Zimbabweans, we have a tough but clear-cut choice. Either we reward Mnangagwa for rigging the recent elections by allowing him to rule and pay the heavy price of the worsening economic meltdown and the near certainty of political instability. Or we finally stand up to the regime and demand that it steps down. This will allow the nation to finally implement the democratic reforms necessary to fully restore our freedoms and human rights, including the right to free and fair elections and the right to life itself. ZANU-PF will resist this change. We must remember that after 38 years of rigging elections and getting away with it, Mnangagwa and his ZANU-PF junta now believe they have the right to rig elections and rule Zimbabwe, with or without the people's democratic mandate. It is not in the nature of tyrannical regimes to give up their dictatorial powers. If we want our right to a meaningful say in the governance of Zimbabwe, we must be prepared to fight for it. Anything in this life worth having, is worth fighting for. And it is not just our economic right to employment, healthcare, etc. at stake here. It is also our right to life itself and the very survival of the nation at large is on the line this time. Thank you for listening.